Teddy Bridgewater joining us. Just a reminder, please use the raise hand button if you have questions for Teddy. With that said, if someone wants to start us off with the first question, the floor is open. Joe, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Teddy, good to see you. I guess it's supposed to be 25 maybe in Green Bay on Saturday. You are no stranger to cold weather. Those 2 seasons in Minnesota, including your rookie year against the Panthers. I wonder what you remember about that particular game at Minnesota's obviously outdoor stadium.
Yeah, I remember I had the flu for one, but it was cold. I think that game we had like 2 special teams touchdowns. So I was on the sideline in my jacket sitting on the heated bench. But no, it was a good game. And of course, you want to be aware of the element, the climate. It's going to be cold for both teams. So the weather can't be an excuse or anything. It's just all about how you prepare mentally, and that starts throughout the course of the week.
Was there anything weird that day? Like, did anything freeze on the sideline? Were guys having to run in? I know you obviously had heaters, but any memories? Any more?
I mean, you see a lot of guys, man. As soon as the series, like defensive guys, they get a stop, they run right to the heaters, looking for jackets and things like that. But for the most part, can't really recall water freezing or anything like that.
And let's go to Sharon Thorsland, followed by Jonathan Alexander.
Hey, Teddy, have my usual defensive questions. What do you see in the Packers defense, particularly Zadarius Smith and those guys up front?
Yeah, those guys, they do a great job of just causing havoc. They understand, their philosophy as a defense, and they execute at a high level. They have different personnel. They're able to do different things to get, the Smith and Smith guys isolated to get favorable matchups for them. So we want to make sure that we're aware of that. We want to make sure we're protecting the quarterback and protecting the football.
What's up, Teddy? Hope you're doing well. A couple questions. I'll ask the first one, then I'll ask the second one. How is it to be able to have DJ Moore back for Saturday?
Yeah, it's great. It's always good when you have all your guys. So we're looking forward to just having DJ back. He's a guy who brings, a spark to this offense as well. So we're excited to have him back.
And also, there's been a lot of talk about, what the Panthers should do with Christian McCaffrey. A lot of questions to Matt Rule about, whether he should start, the starters with, the playoffs out of reach. Why might you think that is important to continue to, play the starters and to try to win these last 3 games?
Honestly, it's one of those deals where, guys deserve that opportunity. Guys work extremely hard throughout the week. They've been working hard all season. So, I don't see why, you don't continue to just reward those guys that opportunity, that privilege. It's maybe some guys last couple games, who knows what's in store for the future. So, you want to make sure you just send the right message to the guys.
Let's go to David Newton for the next question, and then Mike Solarte.
Hey, Teddy, you lined up against Brian Burns last year, I guess, at New Orleans, and now you see what he's doing this year. What do you see as the biggest difference in him coming across the line of scrimmage? And if he was lined up against you, what would you look out for the most?
We were on different sides of the ball. I make sure I slide protection to him. That's first and foremost. He's a guy, who can cause havoc in the game, change games. But, at the same time, you watch Brian throughout the course of the year. And, of course, in team sports, there's always one guy that gets the credit. Sometimes they don't get the credit, but, on offense, the quarterback gets all the credit and he gets all the blame. If a guy makes one mistake, he gets all the blame. And it's never just that one guy. And that's the deal with Brian. It's 3 other guys, up front with him. It's 10 other guys on defense who understand that if they do their job, this guy can have success. And that's what's been happening with Brian. He's doing his job and other guys are having success as well. But when you watch the defense, that defensive line, all those guys are doing their job, running the game, stunts, understanding their rush patterns. And, Brian's the guy who everyone sees that's having success. But, you can't discredit, the Bravions, the Zach Kerr, the Derek Browns, the FAs, those guys who do their job, who don't get the credit. But, that's my answer for that.
And beyond the spark that DJ brings, what are you able to do offensively with him in the lineup that you might be a little bit limited without him?
Well, honestly, man, you just watch throughout the course of the year, whether it's just taking a shot, he's been a guy who just made some plays for us, throw him a screen, give him a reverse, just get the ball to him. He's a guy who's breaking tackles. He's out there having fun, and you can tell that, when all three of those guys are out there together, they're a dangerous trio.
Hey, Teddy, Mike Solarte, Spectrum News 1. Is there in the meeting room or in the talks with Coach Brady about stressing the importance of sustaining clock-consuming drives, especially this week when you got a guy like Rodgers who can, kickstart their offense with a big play here and there and just kind of making sure you're keeping them off the field by maintaining possession?
Honestly, man, that's, one of those deals where that's our mindset every week, not just because, we're playing a guy like Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people can benefit from us sustaining drives, especially our defense. We're able to put together long drives. Defense is on the sideline, recovering or, gaining more confidence, generating energy, from our success and from us sustaining drives. So it's one of those deals where we understand that it has a huge upside if we could just sustain drives, keep drives going, finish with points.
Let's go to Darren Gant, followed by Joe Person.
Teddy, Matt was talking a little bit ago about the mix-up right before the 2-minute warning the other day. How much do you guys work, and how do you work through the process of learning how to communicate with Rule, with Brady, and kind of speaking the same?
Yeah, I think we do a great job of communicating and being on the same, having the same understanding. Like I said after the game on Sunday, that may have came off like a miscommunication or something like that, but that was all me. That was my fault. I have to just understand what we're trying to do in that situation and just trust coaching and just understand that, if we just take it to the 2-minute, we get 2 opportunities, we come up with a great play and things like that.
Hey, Teddy, I know you're not on the injury report or anything like that, but it hadn't been too long ago since you had your knee issue. How has that affected you at all? I mean, even in terms of your throwing motion, or how are you feeling health-wise?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, but I can point out some little things that I have to just clean up fundamental-wise. It has nothing to do with, an injury or anything like that. My health is perfect. But, I've been working with Coach Peets this week. Like he said, he's going to be the bad guy this week, and I appreciate that. And watched the game with Joe Brady Monday afternoon, and we just critiqued some things, and it's all just fundamentals. It's back to day one, just fundamental things. Lead foot, falling through with the back hip, things like that, just finishing throws. As you get throughout the course of the season, you can't forget the little details that make you, a good player. So I had to just get back to the little things and, apply it to Sundays.
Guys, only got time for 2 more, so let's go to Elena Getzenberg and then finish with Sharon Thorsland.
Hey, Teddy, I was curious, there's a narrative out there, whatever, that you guys haven't been able to score on a last-minute drive when you've had the opportunity as an offense for various reasons, various responsibilities. But do you feel like that's a hump that this offense needs to get over? Is that like a goal of yours? How do you approach that?
It's definitely a hump that we want to get over, and we're capable of getting over it. We just have to execute when the situation comes, and it starts with me being better in those situations, and that's what it is. We just got to be better in those situations.
Is it frustrating? I mean, I know there's a lot of reasons why it's happened, but is it frustrating from your perspective that you've had, the ball at a lot of opportunities and just not been able to, finish the job?
Yeah, it's very frustrating because you know what you're capable of doing. And, you're aware that, you've had some success in the past of, finishing games and, putting drives together and things like that, and giving your team an opportunity to win football games. So just one of those deals we just got to execute. We can point out this reason, that reason, but it's just an execution thing. Like I said, it just starts with me.
Hey, Teddy, just what is the mindset of the team? I mean, you're going up to face they've already clinched the NFC North. I mean, they're pretty much one of the top teams in the league right now at Lambeau. You guys coming off yet another tough loss. How do y'all approach this game? What is the mindset of you guys right now?
We approach the game with the mindset that we want to go out there and win. Going out there to compete to win. It's one of those deals where we have an opportunity, not trying to look too far ahead, but we face 3 teams that are division leaders these next 3 games. So, each game is important, and this game is most important because it's the next game. So, we want to just make sure that we're going out there and playing for one another, understanding that there's still so much in store for us, these last 3 games.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. Teddy, we appreciate it.
Thank you.